AMJ Wells Production.
So me and my wife, we decided to have a discussion about, is it ever okay for your friend to date someone that you dated? Is it ever okay? Can they go on later on and say, hey, I was feeling this guy or I was feeling this girl. I know they was your friend, but is it okay if I date them? Should they have to ask? Is it just something that's a known fact that you don't do, or does it depend on how long ago it was that y'all dated or if they had feelings for them? Me and my wife, we had a discussion about it, and y'all let me know y'all take. Leave your comments below. Let me know if this is ever okay. So Sugar Pie, how you feel about this? Do you think it's ever okay?
I don't. It would be uncomfortable. I mean, to each his own. I don't judge nobody, but it'll be uncomfortable if you ask me to bring somebody around that you know what they thing look like, you know how they sex is, you know they secrets, you know they family. For your friend to bring them around and then y'all wind up in the same social situations where people know y'all used to date it.
All right.
I think that'll be uncomfortable, but
I think so too.
If you don't care what nobody say, then hey,
more power to you.
Yeah.
So what if y'all dated, a long time ago or something like that, and you really didn't have feelings for the guy, anything like that, it might have just been
you
a
still
knockoff.
Know what his thing look like. You still know what his sex look like, no matter how much you wasn't feeling him. So
so say if we take sex out of the equation, and say y'all just kind of kicked it in, maybe y'all kissed and stuff like that, and you kind of had feelings for the guy, but y'all really didn't take it there. You know what I mean? And so, your friend, she asks you, is it okay if, she date him or whatever?
Knowing that I liked him and it just never went as far as I wanted to go, I don't think I consider that my friend, because if you knew that I liked him and it just didn't go as far as I wanted to go, and the first chance you get to jump on the dick, you jumping on it. I have to question you
your
and
loyalty.
your loyalty,
right,
or whatever, because me just knowing that my friend done expressed to me that she liked this guy, I couldn't do it. Like I said, to each his own, because there's some people out here that'll do some pretty grimy stuff. So to each his own, but I couldn't do it.
I feel you. So another scenario, what if you and this guy, y'all dated back in college, y'all was a thing, and later on in life, your friend pops up with the guy at a party. Neither one of them knows. He don't know that this is your friend, and she don't know that you used to date this guy. Do you then tell her, hey, I dated this guy back in college, whatever? Or do you say to him, hey, we're gonna just keep this between us, she don't have to know, whatever. However, how would you handle that situation?
I would still tell, because my thing is, if depending on how close of friends we are, close friends don't keep secrets. The dirtiest of the dirtiest, and you just don't tell it that stuff you go to your grave with, if that's your friend.
Right.
So I ain't finna let my homegirl go out bad talking about something we just ain't gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her, and we just gonna do what we do with it or whatever. If I consider you my closest friend, we like gnats on shit. And the first thing I do, if you pop up to a party that the guy didn't know you was my friend and you didn't know I ever dealt with this guy, and the first thing me and the guy do is be like, oh, we ain't gonna tell her. I'ma wonder what else kind of secrets you're holding if I'm the girl that y'all keeping it from, because eventually it's gonna come out. Nothing nobody ever do stay in the dark.
Right.
It's gonna come out, or whatever the case may be. And then what if this dude being around you more often revive old feelings, and he petty and he tell her anyway?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then you left with the shit bag, and your friend looking at you side-eyed. Because I would, so just be up front, 100 up front, and let it be done with.
So what if your friend just so happened to be a male? Your friend is a male, and then he comes to you and he says, hey, I would appreciate it if you don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want her to know. You know what I'm saying?
And my loyalty is to my friend. So if my friend is the male and you ask me not to say nothing about us having dealings with each other, then and I don't know the girl,
right,
or whatever, then that's between y'all. I would advise my male friend, look, it's best to just be upfront with the girl up front. You know you don't want me no more. I know I don't want you no more. And we just stayed cool over the years. It's best just to be upfront, straight up in the beginning, because when it come out, it ain't nothing you gonna be able to say to change this lady mind that y'all ain't
you ain't lying, boy. You ain't lying.
It ain't gonna be nothing you gonna be able to say change this lady mind about y'all been fucking around. You got me in this bitch face and and stuff like that. So it just best to be up.
She gonna have all kind of questions
and scenarios in her head, and I promise you, she gonna never look at you.
Oh, she know how you look. She know how it is.
And you got this bitch playing in my face that y'all fucking behind my back. She ain't gonna believe that was way back in the day.
Wait.
So if it was back in the day, and it just best to be upfront and let that shit ride.
That's right.
I mean, true enough, it is a lot of dynamics to the situation. Like if it's somebody that you just crept with. You know, y'all was on the down low all through college or whatever. Like, nobody ever knew. Y'all just did y'all little thing, met up, did y'all little thing or whatever. And then your friend pop up saying, hey, I'm dating this guy, da-da-da-da. Like, that's a scenario too.
So when is it ever okay? Or is it never okay?
I just feel like the truth is best in this scenario. Like,
so in other words, it's never okay.
Depending on the circumstances, because if you just creeping with somebody and your friend don't know this, because it's just a creep, you know, you
have no feelings,
nothing. It's just a creep.
Okay.
And then your friend pop up and she didn't know. You need to disclose that information to her, and then she proceed with that situation how she wants to.
So let me ask you this then. So should I always just give the information up then? If that's what you're saying? I
feel like, yeah.
So it's, in other words, then it's not okay.
If you're truthful about it, I feel like it is. Like, because if you sit there trying to, you walk up in a party with this girl, and this girl you messed with run up to the girl and be like, hey, and hugging and stuff like that. You like, oh shit. At that point, I feel like you should, after that party's over with, you should tell your girlfriend, because I promise you, the look was on your face and she gonna ask you what that look was about. And if you lie, she gonna dig until she find out why you was looking like that.
Okay, so then you tell her, and then you say, look, it wasn't anything, it was just a creep, whatever. Then she gonna hit you with the, oh, I be seeing how you looking at her, or whatever. And then it might cause some relationship problems when it really wasn't nothing.
It's gonna be worse if you don't tell the truth, and if it don't come from you first. Like, if that night right then.
But what if you and him, y'all the only ones that knew? So if he don't say nothing and you don't say nothing,
she notices the look and she gonna always feel uneasy. And if she go to her friend and ask her friend, and her friend say, yeah, I wasn't gonna say nothing about it because we was just having sex together. It was nothing to me or whatever.
I get that. Then she gonna feel some kind of way. Really?
Right.
But
because it should have came from you.
Would she still feel some kind of way if I tell her though? If I'm the dude and I tell her and I say, hey,
I can't speak on other women. Me, I would appreciate you letting me know and not having me walk.
So in the back of your head, you ain't gonna be thinking like every time this guy walks around this female, or we go to events or to a party or something, oh, it seemed like he might be eyeing her, or it seemed like she might be a little touchy-feely or something like that, when it could be just nothing. It could be innocent.
I would feel some type of way if my man touchy-feely any type of way with any type of feel. I don't give a damn if you fucked her, trying to fuck her, is fucking her. Like, don't be touchy-feely with no other female in my eyes. Like,
right. I'm saying, I guess I worded it wrong. Not really saying touchy-feely, but just because you know that they did something, it seems touchy-feely.
With me, it's just simple. If you tell me and you tell me it's not nothing, I ain't worried about it. But if you hide it and I got to find out from another person or looking at you and how you looking at her and stuff, I'm like, nah, something about that shit ain't right.
Right.
You know, they're a little too friendly not to know each other.
Right.
And then I ask you, and after I probe, you finally say, yeah, I didn't want to tell you. At that point right there, because you didn't tell me initially, I'm be like, nah, I can't fuck with you like that, buddy.
So what if he say, you know, I really didn't want to say nothing because it really wasn't nothing. We didn't have any feelings towards each other, and I didn't want to bring that.
If it really was nothing, you would have said something in the beginning, especially if I noticed how you look. Like, the fuck? Like, you can't hide expressions when you around somebody that you done dealt with.
Right.
And if I ask you and you lie initially, and you come back and tell the truth, even though you came back and told the truth, I ain't fucking with it. You let me know right then you ain't loyal, and I can't believe a damn word that come out your mouth.
I don't know. I got a disagreement on that one. I mean, we can agree to disagree.
I can tell you how I operate. I operate off the truth. Like if somebody come around and I find out that you know somebody that I messed with from back in the day,
right?
I be like, look, kind of awkward.
I get it. I
understand. Or whatever, but it's nothing because it was just sex and it was back in the day.
But like I said, what if it was truly nothing? It was truly nothing. And you know some females like this. It was truly nothing, and it was no feelings attached to it. It was just something that happened, you know, like I said, back in college. But by him displaying this information to you, it made you feel like, you know how they say, don't go looking for something because you're going to find something. Like you're going to make nothing into something when it really was truly nothing.
If it was truly nothing, then you would say something, because if it come out later on, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing at that point. Like I would, if you my man and we going somewhere in our relationship and you really see long term with me and you hold that from me, how am I supposed to trust you?
I know. Listen, I get that. I get that.
Like,
all I'm saying is when it
comes out not from you, you just showed me right then and there that you will let me walk into a situation blind and don't educate me on the background of that situation. Right there, you just showed me with that little bit of thing right there. And I can't speak on no other female, but I don't like nobody being around me that knows something that I should know. Like, so if it ever come up and she be like, hey, I ain't want to tell you, but da-da-da. And I'm like, oh girl, I know. He told me, he said it wasn't nothing, da-da-da-da. But if she come to me and she be like, look, you know about us? And I'm like, what you mean? And she say something. And then, let me give you a situation. But you saying that it's truly nothing. The reason why I would feel the type of way is because 95% of the time, women put their feelings in just sex. Like, it's a lot of women that do that. And
I get it. But listen, let me give you a situation. Okay, now, I done told you the situation of what happened, right? Mm-hmm. And I say, hey, you know, we had a thing. It wasn't nothing. We was back in college or whatever, right? And then we at a party. Mm-hmm. And you go off and you talk to some of your friends. And, you know, me and her, we kind of just left right there. And, you know, our backs are turned. And I got my hand on her shoulder. And, you know, we just talking. We just having a regular conversation. Nothing out of the ordinary, nothing. We just having a regular conversation. You turn from with your friends and you look and you see us over there talking with our backs turned. It was really, truly nothing. But by you knowing that we done did something before in college, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's gonna turn.
Your hand ain't got no business on nobody's shoulder.
Okay, let's just say we standing over there talking, but our backs are turned.
But that's not like I can't speak on other women once again, but I'm not the person to make something out of nothing. I
know you're not, but I'm saying like people.
Well, you have to judge your situation based on the person that you with.
So if you know the nigga a hoe, 9 times out of 10 he over there discussing.
Exactly. Hey, and if you know your friend shady and she done fucked other people, man, you ain't no different, baby.
Exactly. Well, you crazy.
That's all I'm saying, right there. Plain and simple. That's it.
I get you.
If it's nothing, it's nothing, and yeah.
So it's never okay. It's never okay to do it. And if it has been done and it was really truly nothing, then
Be honest
Be
with
honest
your
about
mate.
it and just put it on the table.
Because at that point, you give your mate the choice to be like, do I want to continue or do I want to go, or whatever the case may be. And if that's something that small that they wanted to leave, and you know in your heart it truly was nothing, it's especially not nothing at that point that you told your mate.
Right.
And if they choose to leave, then it wasn't meant to be. And you probably saving yourself from the biggest headache with them leaving just off that small thing.
That's right. That's
You
right.
know, if in your heart you know it ain't true.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, we're gonna go and sum this up because we done got way off into some time here.
That's a subject there, man.
But what's your favorite show you watching on YouTube right now?
Black Trucking TV.